creator is a lot. We understand the effort you put into your creative work, always showing up and delivering value. We see you. As a creator, we know you need to be supported. And that's why Show Love by Selar was created just for you. Show Love enables you to easily accept tips and donations from your supporters and fans all over the world. With Show Love, your fans, community, audience, and followers can now reward you for all the hard work you put in. What's more, you can receive these tips and donations from anyone, anywhere in the world. To get started, all you have to do is go to www.selar.co/showlove, fill in your details, and in less than 5 minutes, you can set up your Show Love page and start accepting tips. It's as easy as ABC. So what are you waiting for? Over 10,000 creators are using Show Love, and you should be one of them.
99 problems. Hosting courses shouldn't be one. On Selar, you can host up to 10 courses and get unlimited video storage. Visit our website at selar.co/courses to get started today.
Hosting your ebooks on Selar is very easy. Let's show you how. Step 1. Create a free Selar account. Step 2. Select ebooks. Step 3. Input the necessary information. Step 4. Get your product name and start selling. Get started for free on selar.co today.
Hey Siri. How do I make money as a digital creator? How can I make money from my creativity? What's the best course hosting platform in Africa?
To do that, you'll need to be online.
All right, I'm online. What's next? Everyone has a story to tell. The difference is in how we tell them. As a creator, you tell your stories with the content you create. Our job is to give you a platform to monetize your content. So the next time you think about digital products, think Selar. Get started for free on selar.co today.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you for taking out time to join our webinar. So today's topic is earning money from your skills as a freelancer. From this workshop, you'll be able to learn how to identify profitable ideas, product ideas, craft high quality offerings, master selling on Selar's platform, and also finance management tips specifically for digital creators like yourself. So talking to us today is Master Freelancer Messiah Ekaite. He's a top-rated freelancer and he's the COO of Echo Alternatives and the co-founder of Profitable Freelance Academy. And I feel like you can already hear that he's the best person for this conversation. Over to you, Messiah.
Thank you for having me, Miriam. So, as she said, I am Messiah Ekaite, a top-rated plus freelancer on Upwork and co-founder of Profitable Freelancing Academy and also the CEO of Eco Alternatives, which is a job that I actually landed as a freelancer, although right now it's a more full-time role. But yeah, I don't know. Just Miriam, let me know. Let me know. Do I start presenting? Do I just take over the whole thing or?
Yeah, you can. You can first of all tell us like how long you've worked as a freelancer, what inspired your journey as a freelancer, and all of that.
Okay, so I'll honestly say hunger inspired my journey as a freelancer. I was hungry. That's just what it was. So I've told this story many times. I lost my mom when I was 15, and I started hustling very very early. And I got to Port Harcourt. When I got to Port Harcourt, I was in school. I was doing different school also. But when Corona happened, which was 2020, everything went to, you understand, everything stopped. Everything school related stopped, and then I had to think of something I could do online, and that was how the whole idea of freelancing came along. Azaya Ibigbemi was running a copywriting class, and that was the first class I attended. So yeah, and that's honestly how I got into freelancing. I was tired, I was hungry, I was squatting with my brother, and yeah, right. It's been 3 years, over 3 years now. It's going to be 4 years this November, and it has been amazing. It has been an amazing time. I've been able to see the world, travel the world. I've been to 4 countries outside Nigeria. I am 22. Yeah, I try my best. I support my family as much as I can. I support my family as much as I can, and I live a very comfortable life.
Sounds like a really interesting job. Thank you for sharing, and I am looking forward to what you share with us for the class today. So you can take it from.
Definitely. So I'll be presenting my screen now. Okay. Perfect. Just Miriam, let me know when you can see my screen.
You might want to put the slideshow on so that we can see it outside of the here.
Okay, let me just present instead. Um, sorry, give me a second. Let me get back from this. Okay, perfect. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Perfect. So, about me, I've said it already, but my name is Mizaya Kaite. I became a freelancer in 2020 during the height of Corona. Um, on Upwork now, I work through Upwork and outside Upwork, right? So on Upwork, I've made around $53,000, and outside Upwork, I've made well over $25,000. I'm also top rated plus. I became top rated plus on Upwork back in 2022. And what top rated plus means is one of the top 3% of freelancers, of Upwork freelancers in the world. There's around 80 million freelancers. I'm one of the top 3%. I'm also the co-founder, which is something I took out from here. I'm the COO of Ecoternatives. I took it out, but I'm the COO of Ecoternatives, Chief Operating Officer, and I'm also the co-founder of Profitable Freelance Academy. And over the last 2 months, we launched pretty recently, actually, and over the last 2 months, I and Joseph Don through the Profitable Freelancing Academy have helped our students make well over 43 million naira as freelancers as freelance. So here you can see my Upwork profile, which is just to show you guys. I get a lot of every single time. I don't know, maybe it's the fact that they don't believe that a Nigerian can do it, or maybe it's the fact that I truly do not know what it is. But then a lot of people doubt, which is perfectly fine, right? So here you can see this is my base earnings, $40,000, and then if you add my direct contract earnings to this, amounts to $53,000. I'm also top rated plus, as you can see. This is a snapshot of my Upwork profile, and these are some of the companies I have worked with. This is some of the companies I have worked with, just a few of them. And but then today is not about me, right? Today is not about me at all. Today is about you and how you can earn more from your skill as a freelancer, and that's what we are going to be sharing. And there's something I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, right? And I call it the Overdue Strategy. And I promise you, it has the potential to change the direction of your freelancing journey. Now, I don't know if you're struggling. I don't know if you have everything figured out. Right, the truth is not everybody has. Even I don't have everything figured out, right? But thank God. But I'm going to share with you the Overdue Strategy, and I promise you, it has the potential to change the direction of your freelancing journey. And this, you can see this logo down here, is for my course, the Profitable Freelancing Academy, where I actually teach that's why I teach the Overdue Strategy. And so as I've said, in the last 2 months, using this exact same overdue strategy that I'm going to show you guys, freelancers using my overdue strategy have made over 43 million naira over the last 2 months, which is crazy. It's mind blowing, right? And you can see some people here, like this guy landed a $5,000 deal, and he said 5K deal close with the overdue strategy. Messiah, thanks, man. You can see Olojede, I'm still on the verge of overdoing. And then after he used the overdue strategy, he landed the gig, right? $450. And then we have Zainab Lawal. People like we have so many of them actually, so many. There are even some that came in today. There are so many, but then as I said, it's not about me, it's not about my students, or it's about you, right? Today is about you, how you can earn more as a freelancer. And I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible. I'm going to try to share as much as possible. You understand that? I'm going to share enough. I'm going to share enough that you can take today and actually implement and start seeing results. Right? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, if you're here now, this is for freelancers and more as a freelancer. Now, if you're here, I'm hoping you already have a skill, right? You already have a digital skill. It doesn't matter what your skill is. You're a writer, you're a developer, a designer, virtual assistant. It doesn't matter what your skill is. So if you're here, I'm hoping you already have a skill. And if you don't, then still stay on, right? Still stay on. This is, or you're also going to learn a lot from this, even though you don't know. I'm going to explain how freelancing works. But let's jump into things. So freelancing in simple terms, I like to call it being your own boss, right? It's not entirely true. Well, to some point, especially when you compare it to the typical 9 to 5, right? Freelancing is like being your own boss. So if you have a skill like writing or designing or coding or any other digital skill, right? Instead of working for just one company, you can offer your services to many different clients, projects by projects, and you get to choose, right? You can see and it depends on how, I guess it depends on how the strategy you implement, or the amount of jobs you get, right? Like currently I'm working with 2 clients, with 2 companies, right? Long term, I prefer 2, no more than 3 at any point in time, and I always like long-term projects. Well, there are some people who they like, okay, they like the excitement of, I've worked with this one, let me get into the next one, let me get into the next one, and then maybe you're working for 3 companies, 4, 5 companies in a month, depending on what you're delivering, right? It's so in that terms, in you understand, it's like being your own boss at that, because then you get to choose the projects you want to jump on, you get to choose the company you want to work for. And so here's how it generally works. First, you find work, and this is where a lot of people have issues with, right? First, you find work, and then after you find work, you pitch, you bid, or you outbound. Now, so you could use Upwork or LinkedIn or Fiverr or Freelancer.com. They're like, there's so many platforms you can get jobs from, right? So now when you've seen, okay, there are jobs here, indeed, right? There are jobs here. Then you have to either pitch, bid, or outbound. And sometimes these jobs comes to you, which is why I put inbound here, right? So you pitch, bid, or outbound for these jobs. So you found the jobs first from whatever freelance platform you use. Personally, I use Upwork and LinkedIn, right, to get jobs. So you find the jobs, you pitch, you bid, you outbound. Sometimes it comes to you where you inbound, right? And then you work on these projects in your own time and in your own space. Like right now I'm in my bedroom, but that's because I'm setting up my office downstairs. But I work from home, right? And I've worked in every different country I've traveled to, right? I worked when I was in Egypt, I worked in the UK, I worked in Benin Republic. I work everywhere, you understand? So you work in your own time and in your own comfy space. That's one of the beautiful things about freelancing. And then you get paid in US or pounds, in USD, pounds, euro, you understand? And the beautiful thing about it is, if you use GeekPay, which is one of the sponsors of this session that we are having, right? So GeekPay allows you to withdraw at a booking rate, which is, I've been using GeekPay for years now, and I withdraw every single payment at a booking rate. So and then you rinse and repeat. That's technically how freelancing works. So if you're a freelancer, you already know how it works, right? And then if you're not a freelancer, then this is how it works. So now, how to earn more as a freelancer? The truth is, it's way more than just getting more jobs, right? And we're going to talk about that. We're going to touch into that. It's way more than just, oh, maybe the more I get work, oh, I just need to find work. Oh, no. You need to optimize things. You understand? Things need to make sense. As I said, freelancing is like being your own boss. So you need to be your own boss, right? You need to call the shots. So first, let's just quickly touch into why most freelancers don't earn enough. I'll quickly touch into why most freelancers don't earn enough. And then we're going to get into how you can start earning as a freelancer, right? So barely enough jobs. Now, Upwork alone, Upwork alone has over 18 million freelancers, and it's growing every single day. Over 18 million freelancers. There are so many other people doing the exact same thing you're doing, or doing the exact same thing that you want to do. It's just the truth. You you need to be on. We need to be honest with ourselves. There are more freelancers than there are jobs, right? There are more freelancers than there are jobs. And then the next thing is you want to compete. When you compete on price alone, right? Because okay, think about this, and this is an analogy that I really really like making, right? So we're in Nigeria, things are hard, right? Things are hard, but you are on this webinar, you're on this session right now. How hard do you think things are? Like, okay, let me explain. You have the data to join this session, right? You're learning a lot. There are some people who cannot even afford data. There are some people who they don't even have Android phones. You understand? Or there are some people. Why I just trying to say is there are some people who are there are a lot of people who are struggling more than you. Yeah, we're all struggling to some extent, but there are a lot of people who are struggling more than you. And then if you say you want to compete on price alone, how low can you go? You get what I'm trying to say? And then that way you don't even earn more, right? Because how low can you go for any job that you would want that you'd be willing to do for $100, for any job you'd be willing to do for $50, I promise you there's somebody willing to do it for $10. It's just the way the world works. There will always be somebody who is willing to go lower than you, right? Something else is you sell to the wrong clients, and I did this for so long, right? You sell to the wrong clients. If you sell to the wrong clients, they don't value your skills, and which is one thing why I love freelancing. The fact that you can work for companies all over the world. That's like the beautiful thing about freelancing, right? You can if this client is doing anyhow, or if this company is doing anyhow, you leave and then you go to you get what I'm trying to say. It has to vibe with you, and then the pay has to be right. And now something else is relying on one platform, and that's why you just don't earn enough. Either you're using only Upwork, and then everything else is dead, right? Your LinkedIn profile is dead. No, it won't work. Or you're very very active on LinkedIn, and you're always posting on LinkedIn, and you're not on any of these platforms, or you're just using Fiverr, right? Just doesn't work that way. Or just job sourcing from Indeed or whatever, right? And it also works the same way. Is where I really do believe in having multiple sources of income, right? Both as a freelancer and without. Now it's also like, okay, if you're just using freelance platforms alone and nothing else, you understand what I'm trying to say? If you rely on one platform or little or even two, sometimes is not enough. Most times it's not enough. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you cannot just rely on one platform. And then something else is you don't know how to market yourself. It is very, very important to be able to market yourself. One of the things, as I said, freelancing is being your own boss. You work on multiple projects every month, right? Let's say you're working on 4 projects every month. Now, what that means is now, let's say you're working for 4 different clients. Now, what that means is you need to sell yourself to 4 different people every month. If you don't know how to do that, then you'll be able to work with these people. Get what I'm trying to say? It has to make sense. You need to be able to market yourself. It's very important. Now, something else is you have bad financial strategies. Now, what I mean in this case is not even savings or investment. In this case, no. What I mean is now, let's say you get paid in dollars. Let's say you get paid in dollars, and you want them to send it to you, and maybe they send it, and then it lands into your like I have a UBA prepaid dollar account, right? Let's say you land into your UBA prepaid dollar account, and then you withdraw. What do you withdraw? You withdraw at, I honestly don't even know what the bank rate is currently, but you withdraw at the bank rate, whatever it is, 700, 800, right? Or 900, whatever it, maybe 1,007. Now let's say you withdraw at the bank rate for 1,000, and this is something that I did for years, this is something that I did for years, a mistake that I made for years. I kept withdrawing directly from Upwork to my Nigerian bank account, and back then I was withdrawing for, I think, I don't even know, maybe 200 naira or 300 naira, when I should have been withdrawing for 500, 600. You understand? So what I mean by bad financial strategies is knowing how to receive this money, not the one that you receive money and then it will hook. You understand? Or you don't even know how to ask for your money after you finished working. You need to have good financial strategy where, okay, you know how to ask for the money. You have to send an invoice, and then when you send an invoice, you know the exact accounts that they are going to transfer directly to, and then from there you know how you're going to withdraw it at the best possible rates that you can. You understand? Without any backyard stuff. You understand? Exactly. And then something else is you're not building relationships. It's very very important to build relationships, right? Not just both online, on social media, and with your clients, right? Because when you build these relationships, they'll keep coming back. And then something else is you're inconsistent or you lack commitments. Now, a lot of people might feel attacked by this, but if you're lazy, it just will not work for you, and that's just the truth. Now, and that's it really. So let's move on to how to earn more as a freelancer. Number one, and then I need you to write this down, right? I need you to write this down. Increase your pricing now. It's very very important. Let me see. Perfect. Increase your pricing now, right? Increase your pricing now. Somebody say my screen is not clear. Let's just keep going. As long as you can hear me, then that's perfect, right? So increase your pricing now. Now, what do I mean by increase your pricing? Now, it has to make sense, and this is something that I see a lot of times, right? It has to make sense. It's now let's say you're charging $10 per hour, or let's say you're charging $15 per hour, right? You cannot just go from charging $15 per hour to then charging $100 per hour. You get what I'm trying to? It has to make sense, right? You can go from $15 per hour to $30 per hour actually. Or you look at the industry average, you understand? You go online on Google and ask, okay, what should an maybe entry level copywriter charge per hour, right? Or what should an intermediate copywriter charge? You understand? But whatever it is that you are doing, you need to increase your pricing now. It's very, very important. Right, number two, and that's how you earn more, right? Okay, let me just give an example. Now let's say you're charging $10 per hour, and then you work 20 hours a week, or let's say 10 hours a week. That's $100 per week, $400 per month. Now, if you are doing the exact same thing, and then you start charging $20 per hour, now you're doing the exact same work, but then what happens? Right, your earning has gone from $400 per month to $800 per month. And this I've done this exact same thing in different occasions. Right, there are jobs that you have to leave. There are jobs that when they frustrate you too much, you just have to, nah, I can't go on anymore. Right, and this has helped me a lot. Like I remember when I was earning 40,000 naira per week, which was 160,000 naira per month. I had to leave that job to go and start earning around 400,000 naira per month. Right, and then I also had to leave that one to start earning 1 point something. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's just how the growth is. And now, either you reach out to the clients and tell the clients that, okay, see, your pricing has changed, blah blah blah, and then if the client agrees, then the client agrees. If the client doesn't agree, you quit. Right, you quit. As long as you have a good strategy that you know that, okay, yes, this my strategy works, and then you're confident, you quit, and then you go to the next one, and then the next one you charge higher. It's honestly as simple as that. I know it's not as simple as that, but that's honestly what it is, right? Then number two, you also need to utilize more than one platform in synergy, and I'm going to talk about this. I've already talked about this, but then I'm also going to explain this in my overdue strategy. Now, what I mean by utilize more than one platform in strategy, in synergy. Sorry, personally, I use cold emailing, cold emailing, LinkedIn, and Upwork. Now, cold emailing itself is not a platform. I use my normal email platform. I use either Titan or I use Gmail, right? Cold emailing is a strategy on its own. But then I use, as I said, any emailing platform you use to send out your emails. And then I use LinkedIn, and then I use Upwork. So these three, and I don't just use them like, okay, maybe today I see a job on Upwork and then I pitch on Upwork and then I let it go. Or tomorrow I see you get what I'm trying to say, a job on LinkedIn, and then I pitch on LinkedIn, and then I let it go. I use them in synergy. And that leads me on to my next point on how to earn more as a freelancer. Okay, before I'm going to touch on that, which is like the strategy. And then you also need to pitch only high quality clients. It's very, very important, right? It's like, now let's say you're on Upwork, for example. With Upwork, you have to use connects to pitch. Now, connects cost money, right? 10 connects cost like $5, if I'm not wrong, right? So, why would you spend money that you are looking for to pitch a client that is going to give you headache or that is not even going to pay you well? You understand? You pitch only high clients, and then overdue. Now this is it, right? This is it. We're still going to talk about a lot of things, but overdue. Now let me tell you about my overdue strategy. It's going to be it's. I don't know if I can do this, but if you're following me, type overdue in the comments below. Let me see. I don't know if you guys are following me. Type overdue in the comment. I've not seen anybody typing overdue yet, but if you're following me, type overdue, and let me tell you about my overdue strategy. I promise it's going to be mind-blowing. So this is exactly what I do, right, as a freelancer. Now, let's say I see a job on Upwork and I pitch for the job on Upwork. Now, I understand that 100, 200, 300 people have pitched for the exact same job. So how do I stand out? So what do I do? What I do is I get the client's personal details, right? I get the client's personal details, and there's a way I do that, right? So I get the client's personal details, and then I send the client a connection on LinkedIn. Now, even before I send the client a connection on LinkedIn, if you're on LinkedIn, you know, if somebody just views your profile, you're going to see this person viewed your profile. So first I've pitched for the job. The client is I'm just one out of 300 other freelancers who have pitched for the job. You understand? But then I go on LinkedIn. Then the client gets a notification that says, Messiah Ekaite just viewed your profile. Probably take no notes to it, right? Then I send a connection request. Messiah Ekaite just sent you a connection request. Maybe not even take notes, right? But then I go through the client's posts, and then I like maybe 2-3 posts. Messiah Kaite just like this post. Messiah Kaite just like this post. Messiah Kaite just like this post. How many times has the client seen my name? 6 times, right? And then I comment on one post, and I don't just comment, oh, this is so nice, oh, so smart, oh, no. I comment insightfully. You understand? I actually add value to the post, and then I comment on the post a comment that is going to warrant a response. And then what is Messiah Kaite just commented on your post? Now, how many times has the client seen my name? 7 times. How many times is the client going to see the 299 other people who pitched on Upwork? You get what I'm trying to say? That's what I mean by overdue. And I'm not even done yet, right? Now, the next thing that I do is I send a cold email, right? The email is cold, but it's going to be very, very personalized, right? And then I send a cold email to the client. Now, that is going to be, that's 8 times in total, 8 times in total. And every single time is led with intentionality. You understand? I'm intentional about every single outreach. It's you understand? It's genuine. So now, let's say you're on Upwork or whatever, and then you've seen that 5 people already pitched for this job, or 5 people are already applying for this job, or whatever it is. And then it takes you 1 hour to finish all these things I just said. Now, when you're done, and then you see like 200 people have already pitched for the job, you get what I'm trying to say? And then you're like, oh, I'm behind. No. You're not behind, actually. You're ahead, because you're doing way more than they are doing, right? The client has seen your name 8 times. It doesn't matter if you're the last person to pitch for the job. It's going to give you more preference over anybody else, and it's just as simple as that. Let me see. I love it. I've seen people type, a lot of people have actually typed overdue in the comments. I love the energy. I love the energy, guys. I love it. Let's go. Now, upskill. Now, this is very, very important. Now, let me tell you how I upskill personally. Now, this is very, very important for different reasons, right? I increase my pricing every time I upskill. It's as simple as that. For every new course you take, even though you just increase your pricing by an extra $2, $3, $4, $5 per hour, you understand? You know that, okay, yes, you're giving this value. Now, you can also upskill. Now, there are tons of courses, like my course, especially the Profitable Freelancing Academy. I've been showing the logo everywhere. Yeah. The Profitable Freelancing Academy is on Selar, right? You can always get courses on Selar. But you upskill, you take courses to learn. Now, let's say you're a writer. Let's say you're a copywriter like I am, right? Copywriting is very, very close to sales and marketing. Now, let's just say, which is pretty much impossible, but let's just say you've learned every single thing there is to know about copywriting. You're an expert. So now what do you do next? You upskill into marketing, maybe email marketing. So now you know how to write emails, you know how to write email copies, right? And then you learn email marketing, and then what happens? Now you know how to run the whole thing. You hear what I'm trying to say? And then that way, for every new client you get, you're giving way more value, and then just because of that, they are going to take you way more seriously, and that's just the truth, right? The more your skills compound, it will never fail you. You're learning it, and it's not living, it will never fail you, right? So you upskill. It's very, very important. When you upskill, you increase your pricing, and then obviously you're earning more that way. And then you create multiple streams of income. Now, this is very, very important, and this is something that I actually just started taking seriously very recently. And so you create multiple streams of income. Now, let me tell you exactly how me myself, I've created another stream of income for myself that has been amazing, right? Now, I'm a copywriter, but the truth is, now I am a very, very good copywriter, but I will not say I am one of the best. I'm a really good copywriter. My copies convert, but I will not say I'm the best. But so I'm like, okay, there are a lot of people creating copywriting courses. So like I don't need to take like marketing away from these guys. I know I'm like pretty good. So what am I good at? And one thing I have found over the years that I am really, really good at is I generally am never stranded. Now, what that means is I always know how to find jobs. You get what I'm trying to say? I always find jobs. That's something I'm really, really good at. I always find jobs, which is crazy. So what I did was I created a course, which is what the Profitable Freelancing Academy is. What we don't teach you a skill, which is whether you've taken this boot camp or master class or course or whatever it is, right? The only thing I teach in the Profitable Freelancing Academy is I teach you how to get jobs. It's as simple as that. So now what we did was we created, and this is something you can do. Now, if there's something you're good at, if there's, and it's like a digital product, right? And if there's something you're good at, whatever it is, you create a course. And Selar, for example, like my course is hosted on Selar, and we've had like over 1,000 people join us since we launched. Right, we have like over 1,000 people join us since we launched. So you create your course or a digital product or whatever it is, and sometimes you don't even need to create your own. Sometimes you can actually affiliate. If you check out Selar's platform, you see where you're allowed to affiliate for other courses. Now, let's say you're not like super confident. The truth is, you can actually affiliate. You can check out these courses, see the ones that you want to affiliate for like 50% commission. I'm trying to, and that's a completely different stream of income. That while you are doing your skill, you know that okay, this one is coming, right? This one keeps coming. This one keeps coming. But then if you know, okay, you're confident enough to create your own digital product, then perfectly fine. Create it, then you host it on Seller, and then you sell. It's literally called Seller. You sell, right? You sell. And it has been amazing, right? We've been using Seller and they've not failed. You can my course is on Seller, you can affiliate for it, you can join it, whatever. But that also creates another stream of income that is pretty impressive. And finally, whatever you do, get paid in a booking rate. Now, how do I get paid in a booking rate? I get paid through GeekPay, right? I get paid through GeekPay. I've been using GeekPay for over 2 years now. That since I found them out, I was in early 2022, which is crazy because I had been freelancing since 2020, and I had been withdrawing a bank rate until 2022 and now or 2021 ending when I found out about GeekPay by one of my very good friends. And you get paid in a booking rate. And one beautiful thing about GeekPay is I get my payments directly. Like this is month end. When I send an invoice, I just put my GeekPay USD account number, right? And then they send payment directly. It enters immediately. Immediately it enters, I withdraw and enters my Nigerian bank account at a booking rate. So get paid in a booking rate because if you're getting paid in a bank rate, then you're obviously not going to earn as much as other people. But yeah, that is it mostly. That is I actually finished on time. So if you have any questions, then please ask away. Or let me just Miriam, can you hear me?
It was breaking for a while, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Perfect.
Yes, thank you so much. So we can take questions now, and I see there's already a question on the board. How do
Yeah.
you know clients?
Okay, so let me answer that. Personally, I know quality clients by the previous work they've already done. It's honestly as simple as that. By the previous work they've done with other freelancers. So now let's say let's use Upwork for example. I'm using Upwork for example because Upwork is what I use. Right now, let's use Upwork for example. Now, with Upwork, you can check out the previous job experience or the previous jobs that the client has hired or previous freelancers the client has hired. Now, I'm not going to pitch for a job where I've seen that the client is or the freelancers that the client has worked with is giving the client 1 star, or even 2 stars, or even 3 stars. To be honest, see if it's just 1 3 star, then that's fine. Maybe it's just one bad experience. But then when it's a lot, when it's more than two, then I'm like, okay, nah. And there are some job pitches that, yeah, I know you want the money, and I know, but then when you read it, you're like, it's frustrating, and then you're like, you get my friends, and then they want you to finish in 2 days, and they want you to do 1 month work in 2 days, and then they want to pay you for one day, for one day's, you understand, worth. So that is generally how I know good or bad clients, how I know quality clients. Is probably from previous jobs that they've done. And I also check out the company, check, okay, does this, sometimes I just follow my gut, right? It's your gut feeling sometimes. But yeah, that's it. How can we learn everything there is to know about freelancing? Haha. I think so. I said that it's almost impossible to know everything. It's almost impossible to know everything. But the beautiful thing about copywriting is there are a few things, right? After you've taken all the courses and stuff, the beautiful thing about copywriting is, and writing in general, is the more you read, the more you write, or the better you get at writing. It's honestly as simple as that. The more you read, the better you get at writing. So aside from handwriting copies, which I promise you they actually do work, right? Apart from handwriting copies, you just need to keep reading, honestly. Not just read widely, not just even copywriting books. You read sales, marketing, sometimes fiction, non-fiction, whatever, you understand. Just read everything. So you just keep downloading, and it really will help your writing skills. What is a booking rate? Is black market, black market rate. So for example, right now a booking rate on GeekPay is 1480, if I'm not wrong. Right now, if you were to withdraw your dollar maybe through the bank for Naira, then you probably get it at maybe like 1 to 1.1. You get what I'm trying to say? But then with Aboki rate, you get it at 1,480. Look at the difference. So now let's say you wanted to withdraw $1,000. It means with bank rate you'll probably be getting 1.1 million, and then with Aboki rate you'll be getting 1.480. That's almost 1.5 million. 400k difference. You get what I'm trying. So that's Aboki rate is black market rate.
Okay, so there's one question that hasn't come up. Okay, yes, it's
Do I only get clients from Upwork? As I have said, no. I get clients through LinkedIn, and I get clients purely through cold emailing. See, every single strategy, everything I use, Upwork, LinkedIn, cold emailing, right? I can get clients individually from them, but it's way more effective when I use them, like you understand, in synergy. But I have gotten, and I still continue to get clients individually from each of these platforms. So I don't just use Upwork. That's why you said, as I've said, I've made over $52,000 on Upwork, and outside Upwork, I've made well over $25,000, which is around $77,000 roughly. I'm saying, I don't know if we can highlight this question. Can a musician sell on Seller? Yeah, so I don't know, Miriam, if you want to answer, but I do think if you teach, let's say for example you teach a skill. Let's say you teach the guitar, or you teach how to play the piano, or you teach whatever, or even teach how to create music. You understand? Because it's one thing having the talent to sing, to rap, to whatever, you understand. But then it's one thing, it's another thing. Okay, getting the producer, getting the this thing, mixing the beat, all those sort of things. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, if that is something that you know you can do, or you at least you're a musician, you understand, you're an artist, and you also want to teach other up and coming artists who don't know about these things, definitely, my guy, create a course and put it on Seller. Right? The beautiful thing about it is, like, right now I have this course on the Profitable Freelancing Academy, as I have said, right? But something I also plan to do. So right now I'm upskilling. Right now I'm purely working with e-commerce businesses because I want to go into e-commerce myself. So what's going to happen is, when I get into e-commerce myself, and I've done it for a while, what am I going to do? And it's going successfully. I'll create a course on it and put it on Seller, because you are literally teaching what you're doing. You understand? So you're like in the market, you're teaching what you're doing, and you're making more money. You get what I'm trying to say? So it makes more sense that way. So yes, you can sell on Seller. You can sell your digital products on Seller.
thank you for answering that question. Okay, more questions for you.
How do I get the personal details of these clients, and what if they are not on LinkedIn? If they are not on LinkedIn, I reach out to them wherever they are. You understand? It doesn't hold me back. I always overdo. You understand? It's better for me not to overdo. You understand? Even if there's a client that I cannot find the details anywhere, I won't even pitch. You understand? Because then I'm just one in 300 other freelancers. So how do I get the personal details? There are different ways. You check out the previous history, check out the reviews. You see the clients, maybe one name or two names, but you always see the location, right? You get the name, get the location, just use your intuition, blah blah blah, find it, I guess. I don't know exactly how to pinpoint it without actually showing, right? But you probably just see it from previous jobs, either details about the company. You get details about the company, then you get into that, and or you get the client's name, the client's location, and the industry. You add that together and put it on Google and use your intuition, more or less. But yeah. Any more questions?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if there are more questions.
Okay, perfect.
Let's give it about 2 minutes.
Sure. How do I affiliate? Actually, the crazy thing is, I searched on this today, but you can. I think it's affiliates.seller.co. Affiliates.seller.co. Miriam, you can correct me if I am wrong, but I think it's affiliates.seller.co. But you can just search on Google seller affiliates, and then you see it right there. And then you just register. You get it done, and yeah, you're good.
Yes, you answered perfectly. Thank you.
Can you recommend best courses to take for beginners to learn on copywriting and email marketing? With copywriting, Tam Anderson. Look for Tam Anderson. I started with our courses, right? Tam Anderson, and I know there are a few others. I know there are a few. I think I'll check. Let me just quickly. Let me just search it out. Right. Seller courses on copywriting. That's it. Seller courses on copywriting. Let me see. Perfect. I'm seeing different ones. Buy the complete copywriting course by Buzugbe Uchechukwu. Buy Bachelor of Copywriting course by Emmanuel Akwe. You can get Emmanuel Akwe is a very good acquaintance of mine. Let me call it that. You see different ones by, so just go online and search seller courses on copywriting. Like I'm literally seeing like so many, right? And then you just like check each every single one, and then you see whichever one. Same thing with email marketing, just seller courses on email marketing. But you see, really see anything you want to learn, you actually see it on Seller. And the beautiful thing about it is you see it in Naira, which is like good, you understand? Because if you actually want to get internationally from Tam Anderson, like I said, you have to pay in dollars. So yeah, you pay in Naira. Just check out Seller. And you also, and these they are going to see, these are Nigerians who are actually successful doing the thing. So it's way better that way. Because then you know that, okay, yes, I can do it. So if this is exactly what you're doing. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I had no idea. I had no idea I would finish this quickly. Actually, well, I guess that's good. I almost never finish quickly here.
Okay. If there are no more questions, just to keep to time, we can now go to the next part. So briefly, yeah. Oh, so briefly to talk about Selar. As Messiah mentioned, Selar is your all-in-one platform for everything digital products. So anything you want to sell digital products, from courses to PDF to even your music, actually, depending on the goal that you want for it, to content, to travel plans, pretty much anything digital product. You can make money from what you know on Selar. That's the major goal for Selar. And if you're ever thinking of where to sell your digital products, just hit us up. If you're not sure how to handle it, just send us a DM on Twitter, try Selar on Instagram or on Facebook. We're always there to answer your calls. And then I would like to introduce GPay, so they can briefly come and share what their band's about to us.
All right. Hi, everyone. Please, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Aminat.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So, my name is Aminat, and I work as a product manager with GeekPay. So, I am just going to be explaining what GeekPay is and how you can basically benefit from the service that we render. So, GeekPay is a financial technology platform that solves cross-border solution problems. So, what do I mean by solving cross-border solution problems? So, I'm aware that majority of us on this call are freelancers, and we have, in one way or the other, had to say receive funds from our employers or family and friends in different currencies, different from our local bank, sorry, different from our local currency. Our local currency in this case can be, if you're Nigerian, it means that your local currency is Naira. If you're Ghanaian, it means that your local currency is Ghana. However, if you have had to receive funds in other currencies, other global currencies like say USD, GPP, which is pounds or euro, and you want to be able to receive these funds into your bank account seamlessly without any hassle, then this is what GeekPay can do for you. So all you need to do is create an account on GeekPay. I mean, our onboarding process is quite seamless. It is really seamless. We only request that you provide us with your basic KYC, I mean, which is more like your name, your address, and all those things. And of course, also verify your we also verify you by asking that you provide your ID verification, the government approved ID verification, so that we can then process your verification. But please note that this doesn't take quite a lot of time. I mean, your verification is always seamless and it is pretty very fast. So when you are done with your onboarding process on our platform, you can then proceed to, you know, try to make use of the other service that we render on our platforms. So you might be asking, after creating an account on GeekPay, how then do I enjoy the other service, or how do I receive funds via maybe via receive funds via GeekPay from my employer, or your Upwork, from Upwork or from Fiverr, it is pretty simple. So when you create your account on GeekPay, or when you are an approved user on GeekPay, all you need to do is to navigate to the wallet page where you can create a bank account in any of the global currencies that we have available on our platforms. So yes, when you create a bank account, you would have a foreign bank account in your name, which means that you'll be able to receive these funds in you'll be able to receive these funds directly into your bank account, and then transfer to your local bank account in the Aboki rates, like our previous speaker had mentioned. So creating these bank accounts is also very simple and seamless. I mean, you don't have to go through um, the normal Nigerian banking system where you have to do a lot of paperwork to create a DOM account and all those things. We try as much as possible to eliminate the whole process of having to do so many paperwork for you to be able to create a bank account. So when you come onto our platform, you verify your account, or you create your account successfully, and then you'll be able to create a bank account in the global currencies that we have. Again, just to reiterate it, we have it in pounds, we have it in euro, and then we have it in dollars. So you'll be able to create a bank account in your name in any of these currencies. So aside from that, of course, we also have the send money feature, where after receiving these funds into your bank account, you can then transfer it to your local bank account, or just transfer it to wherever it is that you want to transfer these funds to without any issues at all. And of course, we have the conversion feature, where you can simply convert your funds from one currency to the other and all that. Then we have a working card system, or a working card feature rather. So GeekPay has a working virtual master card on our platform, where you can make use of this card on any platform. You can use it to make payments on anywhere basically, Amazon, Twitter, just name it. And I'm aware that, I mean, having a working card right now seems to be like the talk of the town everywhere. Like, oh, who has a card that works? I can assure you that GeekPay card works very well, and it is a secure card. Yes, you don't have to be scared of, oh, because it is a virtual card, is my card secure? Is Can anyone pick my card and use it anyhow they like? No, the card is very secured, and you don't have to be scared of any security breach. Let me put it that way. Yes, so of course, you might also be wondering, how is GeekPay different from the other platforms out there, or the other fintechs out there? I can tell you for a fact that we give our users the best of the best rates that you can find out there. We make sure that we find, or we make use of a rate that works for our users, because we put our users first, of course. So we make sure that we give you the best rates that you can find out there, and our customer support is top notch. If you are trying to create an account, or you are having any issues trying to navigate to anything on the app, or you're trying to find something to do on the app and it's not just coming, or you simply cannot just find your way, you have any questions at all, our customer support service is top notch, and we respond to our customers like almost immediately. And of course, like I mentioned, our onboarding process is quite seamless, and it's very fast. Then lastly, our platform is very secured. Security is one of the things that we hold in high esteem, if there's a thing like that. So yes, our platform is really secured, and you do not have to be scared of your accounts being taken by anyone. Yeah. So that's basically it about GeekPay. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them now.
Yeah, and let me just add one thing I can vouch for with GeekPay is your customer service. As you've said, it's amazing and it's true, right? As I said, I've been using GeekPay for 2 years, over 2 years, and it has been a beautiful experience so far. So yeah, kudos to you guys.
Thank you so much. I am having trouble registering. Okay, so I need to know what exactly the problem is. If you're having trouble registering with GeekPay, then I need to know exactly what problem is it or what trouble you are having exactly, so I know how to advise further. But of course, you can reach out to our support team either on any of the social media platforms, basically. Okay, yes. So I think I skipped on mentioning this. We also have an invoicing feature on our platform where if you render a service to someone and you want the person to pay you, but you do not want to go through the approach of having to copy your bank details and send it to this person, then you can create an invoice on our platform, impute your details, your recipient's details. Your recipient in this case is the person that you're sending the invoice to. So all you need to do is to create an invoice, impute the details, the amount that you're trying to get, and the likes, and then you send this invoice to your recipient. One very interesting thing about our invoice is that we try as much as possible to ensure that it sort of eliminates human interaction as much as we can. So what this means is that if there is some sort of frequency in which you receive funds from, in which you want your recipient to pay you, maybe you render the service weekly or monthly, and you have to receive this payment on such frequency, you don't necessarily have to always come and create an invoice at every time you need this payment. All you need to do is just set the frequency on your GeekPay account and watch the system sends this invoice to your recipients at the frequency that you already set. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes, we do have an invoicing feature that works on our platform. Your GeekPay is asking for Educate is asking for Upwork certificates when trying to create an account. Okay, so one of the requirements that we have for account creation is a certificate of earning or something to prove that you earn funds, basically, because we, like I had mentioned earlier, GeekPay is a platform that deals with funds, right? And we need to be sure that and it is basically focused, or it is meant for freelancers, right? So we need to be sure that you're coming to our platform as a freelancer that you claim to be. Basically, it's just something around having something to prove that, oh, this fund is coming from somewhere. That's basically why we need your Upwork certificate. But of course, if you do not have like your Upwork certificate and you have maybe something to just show your evidence of earning, then you can upload that. It doesn't necessarily have to be Upwork certificates. Yes, it does. Yes, the virtual MasterCard. Yes, it does. Okay, so I think that would be all because I can't see any questions anymore. So over to you, Miriam.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amina. Thank you so much, Messiah. I don't think we have any more questions, but thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I would like to call this a day. Bye, everyone.
Hey Siri, how do I make money as a digital creator? How can I make money from my creativity? What's the best cost hosting platform in Africa?
To do that, you'll need to be online.
All right, I'm online. What's next? Everyone has a story to tell. The difference is in how we tell them. As a creator, you tell your stories with the content you create. Our job is to give you a platform to monetize your content. So the next time you think about digital products, think Selar. Get started for free on Selar.co today.
Hosting your ebooks on Selar is very easy. Let's show you how. Step 1. Create a free Selar account. Step 2. Select ebooks. Step 3. Input the necessary information. Step 4. Get your product link and start selling. Get started for free on Selar.co today.
99 problems. Hosting courses shouldn't be one. On Selar, you can host up to 10 courses and get unlimited video storage. Visit our website at selar.co/courses to get started today.